Welcome to our 7th cost of living video now, which is just crazy. This is the second one that we've done in Europe. It's based on spending 1 month in a city for a couple. This video is about our time and our costs in Zagreb in Croatia. If you're new here, my name is Dane, and well, I'm known as Danger. My partner Stacey and I, basically a couple of years ago, quit our jobs, started traveling full time after spending years in advance trying to figure out how we could break free from the 9 to 5 and basically travel and spend a month in sweet places like this as we move around the world and just sort of take our time immersing and checking out different cultures, creating videos on this channel of really cool experiences, accommodation, openly sharing our costs so that people can watch and just realize that there is other ways outside the 9 to 5. If you earn money online, you can basically be free, travel as a digital nomad, and be anywhere in the world really, which is what we think is the absolute like nirvana of living. We've also got a book that we wrote, which because we were asked so much about how we did it, about all the years of research prior to everything that we now know and all of the experience that we had from our friends that now live the same lifestyle as us. So if you're interested in finding out how you can do the same, with hundreds of different ways that you can basically create that freedom, and it's how to travel full time, there'll be a link below that you can check out. The other location that we mentioned that we have created a cost of living video from was Krakow in Poland, which also is a really sweet location. The other places prior to that where we have videos on Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam and Indonesia, which are again all amazing countries. So there'll be a link for those in the like a playlist below for all of the living costs there. If you jump straight into it, these are the 9 categories that I've tracked. There'll be a couple of additional ones at the end because people always ask and they always jump down to the comments and say, hey, what about this thing? So yeah, wait around for those. But also if you do have any other questions or any other suggestions for next time we do a video like this, or anything that we haven't tracked that you'd think would be really helpful, let us know. We make these videos for people like you to watch and decide, or sort of, I suppose, lift the rug, show you what's underneath. Just be completely honest about how much we spend so that you can see that travel like this doesn't have to be expensive. Accommodation is always going to be your biggest cost, and no surprises that this month it was our biggest cost at $809 US. We've got a really sweet studio apartment. It's not massive, it's the one that we're sitting in now. We've shown it in a couple of videos. Pretty well priced really in terms of how that compares to other spots around the world. But just that alone, if you've never even thought about this type of travel before, $810 US for the whole month, I'm sure it's just blown your mind. And it is possible. I mean, we just booked on Airbnb, so all of the utilities are included in the cost. Good internet speed, 60 meg down or so is what we're averaging at the moment. Great location, and honestly it's got everything that we need so that we can cook on the kitchen sink, which you're actually currently sitting on. Groceries is the next largest cost in the second category that I've got tracked here, $368 for the month. Because we travel slower, it gives us the chance to actually cook, like I mentioned. So we tend to eat most meals at home, and we go out every now and then when we're going out to film like a vlog, for example. So that's where a lot of the dining out costs come. We sort of 2 birds 1 stone with that sort of stuff. Prices in Zagreb are pretty decent. We went out and filmed a video again showing what the day-to-day cost can look like in a supermarket for basic items if you're curious there. One thing to note on the groceries is that apparently the drinking water in Zagreb is really good, but in our case, it was quite hard. You could tell it even when you boil the water. So we've been buying big bottles of like drinking water. So that is included in that cost as well. Dining out in Zagreb or in Croatia is an incredible experience. The food here is really good. There's some amazing local, really traditional type meals that we've gone out and tried quite a few times. Alcohol is not included in this. I always try to pull it out of the list to track separately because the craft beer here, which I'll mention in a second, is so good. Probably our favorite that we've ever had. But yeah, you can get everything from like the little local sort of cheap and easy options, which you're looking at like $1 or $2, anywhere up to the sort of Western influenced meals where you're sort of more looking like $5 or $6, and then you're going up to 10, 15, 20 when you want to go for a proper meal. But dining out as a whole, tasty, there's a bug right there, that's annoying. Tasty and really well priced as well. Great service too. Croatians are lovely people. Alcohol is something that we have tracked separately. One, because you might want to take it out if it doesn't count for you, if you don't drink. Two is because we have managed to find the best craft beer that we've had in a very long time, if not anywhere in the world. And a lot of our new local friends have told us that we stumbled across literally the best place as well. So that's very helpful. $59 on alcohol. You're looking at about $2 or $3 for a handle, and it is just so incredible. But the prices can vary depending on what you're after. You can obviously get like a standard can or standard bottle for $1 or so. But generally when we go out to film, which is about 12 to 15 vlogs a month, we pretty much always go out and have a beer or two. Entertainment is a category that's sort of swallowed up by a lot of those other things. For us, entertainment might be going out and having a coffee or having a beer or exploring a local sort of excursion. So yeah, not a hell of a lot here, $19, and that was pretty much for us to go to the football, which was a really crazy experience. And the local Bad Blue Boys, the Zagreb Dynamo team supporters had like fire and stuff in the stadium. For us it was trippy. It was so crazy because we don't see that stuff where we come from in New Zealand. Apparently that was a small crowd. Anyway, if you're coming here, I would suggest go and check it out. Croatian coffee is delicious. The beans are amazing. I don't know what it is with the brewing or how it is that they do it, but the taste here is really, really good. There's a lot of Turkish influence as well, which we had some coffee that was cooked in sand, or sorry, heated in sand, and that was absolutely amazing also. But they also can do the flat whites, the more local espresso style, or just coffee with milk. So we spent $27 just going out, just exploring. We make coffee at home a lot because we work from the spot right here, so not a huge amount, but yeah, amazing coffee. Transport in town in Croatia as a whole actually is very cheap. $17 is what we spent within this month, and that's basically on, I think, pretty much one Uber, maybe two Ubers and trams, because trams are only 4 kuna each to be used within a 30-minute period. Really frequent, really often, and they run, it even shows on Google Maps, so it's really straightforward to plan out how to get from A to B. But the city's so walkable that you barely need anything anyway. Phone plans is a big one. Having Wi-Fi, having data are two very important things for full-time travelers like us, or digital nomads if you work online, or just being out and having maps to do what I just mentioned, with planning trams and everything. We spent $32 on a SIM in total, so it's on a SIM card each, so about $15 each, and that was with T-Mobile, which gave us 5 gigabytes. We were told from some people that watched the video that there are better options that are cheaper that can get you 7 gigs. We're not sure who they are with or what the story was there, but for $32 for something that was reliable and really cheap in the scheme of things anyway, we were stoked with that price, and it was, it's never been an issue. Gym memberships is the last category, $66. We spent really decent gym actually, really nice staff. They had classes, they had lots of free weights, lots of machines, some open areas for stretching and everything, the typical sort of treadmills and stuff. And then they had cages too, which I think is just epic. You can do a lot of like full body type stuff, which also had like racks all in the same setup. So probably one of the better gyms that we've had was right here in Zagreb, and for only $33 a head for a month membership. It's pretty decent for what you get. So wrapping that all up, $1,541 was our total living costs for 1 month in Zagreb in Croatia. It's probably worth noting that from what we've been told, we haven't been to the coast yet. We're actually going literally tomorrow to go and do a cruise around the islands and check out Split and Dubrovnik and Hvar and a lot of these other places that we've not even really heard of. So make sure you subscribe because there's going to be some epic videos coming from there. It's more expensive down there apparently, but we're pretty happy. $1,500 for a month in a place that, in a city anyway, that has quickly become one of our favorites.
I really genuinely like Zagreb.
Really cheap, and as I said before, lovely people, just friendly culture, amazing food, great coffee, great entertainment and nightlife and stuff going on here. It's really has been, for us, one of our favorite months in quite some time. A couple of last things that I said that I would mention at the end. Visas. Fortunately, there's no cost, at least not for New Zealanders. It depends on where you're from, but Croatia is pretty flexible with their visas. You get 90 days within a 180-day period, and that's a multiple entry as well, and it's a rolling thing, so that was really straightforward, no cost whatsoever. Insurance, always have travel insurance, whether you're just taking a 2-day getaway, a short flight, or a long haul, or a year off like us before you go back home, reset, repack, start the whole thing all over again. definitely get travel insurance. We pay ours upfront and have made quite a few claims and have never had an issue, so I'll link that below as well. Definitely, I've got a blog post about talking about it, where you can do a live like instant quote, so you can see how much it will cost for your coming up trip. Otherwise there'll be a link, just go straight to the website and you can check it out as well. Highly recommend. We've had amazing service through there. And the last thing is a VPN. We use Pro XPN, and they've actually got a 50% off coupon code if you're curious to sign up and see what it'll get for you. The advantage of having a VPN for us is probably twofold. The first one is just protection when you're in Airbnbs or you're on buses or you're in local places. Having your connection via a VPN just adds an element of safety that is really important for us and for everybody while you're traveling. And the second thing is access to TV shows and Netflix or Prime or Hulu, whatever it might be, where you can get around the location rules, so you can set your connection or your laptop, for example, to be based in the United States or based in a completely different country. That gets you access to something that otherwise might be region locked. I always end up making these videos too long because I just want to talk about how cool the places are that we've visited and all these other sweet things that we've done, and hey, check out this video and we've got a link for this and then a code for this, and then make sure you sign up for that. Anyway, hopefully this is helpful. These videos are generally pretty polarizing. Some people absolutely hate them and leave some really nasty comments. Whatever, the majority of people seem to really enjoy them. So until that changes, we will keep doing them. So hopefully this is helpful, but please do let us know below if this one has been useful and if we should continue. Or if there's a new format. I don't know. I've just been rolling out the same style every single time and it works. But yeah, let me know. For now though, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the comments.